Recent cases of domestic violence in D.C. were in the spotlight today. Officials and advocates announced new legislation aimed at harsher punishments and protecting the privacy of survivors. Rafael Sanchez-Cruz joins us right now in the studio. Rafael, I know overall crime in D.C. is down, but domestic violence cases are up right now. How are officials responding to this to help?
Yeah, that's right, Annie. D.C. has registered 24 homicides so far this year. At least 6 have been domestic related and others are still under investigation.
On Tuesday, police say a man shot his ex-girlfriend and another man before killing himself in D.C.'s Anacostia neighborhood. In February, Raven Edwards was killed by the father of her child in Glover Park while her kids watched.
He literally took away the perfect person.
The shooter, Stephon Jeter, a repeat domestic violence offender, later killed himself.
And although violent crime is down, domestic offenses are fueling an increase in assault with dangerous weapons, which are up 36%.
Right now, my office has filed 90 felony strangulation cases, and we are on par to file 360 before the end of the year.
These troubling trends prompting proposed legislative changes in the district.
Protecting Victims Act of 2026.
Mayor Muriel Bowser and U.S. Attorney for D.C. Jeanine Pirro announced a plan that in part seeks to increase punishments for those who repeatedly violate stay away and no contact orders. It would also allow the courts to jail alleged abusers who already have a history of domestic violence.
This legislation is about making sure that survivors are protected and that their safety and privacy are respected.
U.S. Attorney Pirro says she also wants to close a gap in D.C.'s law.
When a child witnesses the extreme violence that occurs between parents that may lead up to a homicide and there's not a separate crime for that, I mean, that's outrageous.
This plan is being applauded by nonprofit groups like DC Safe.
We have been advocating for protections like this for over a decade. We know that when people are at high risk, every second counts.
Now, the D.C. Coalition Against Domestic Violence says they're encouraged by these proposals, but they say they're also concerned about the more than $6 million in cuts to victim services proposed in the mayor's 2027 budget. Right now, the budget is, of course, under consideration by the D.C. Council. Annie.
All right, Rafael, thank you.